We are live. Hello, everyone. Wonderful, evening, morning, afternoon, wherever it is that you are logging in from, and whenever it is that you're watching this, because you may be watching the recording. But right now we are live, and you have joined the right broadcast right now because we are talking about what is the Diploma in Organic Skincare Formulation. So if you were thinking of enrolling for one of Formula Botanica's courses, and you wanted to learn more about what the Diploma in Organic Skincare Formulation is, then you are in the right webinar session right now. I'm luckily not by myself tonight because I assume that you will have lots of questions for us later on. So it's two of us from the team here, and I'm going to let Anna, what's the right side? Yeah, Anna introduced herself first before I'm going to drop my name in. And thank you all so much for joining. Maybe meanwhile, while we do introductions, if you could let us know in the chat box or in the comment box where you're logging in from, where you are in the world, and if you're thinking of enrolling with us in our upcoming enrollment, which we talk about in a moment, which is coming up very soon. So those of you that have been waiting to enroll for our courses, it is very much time to get ready for it. And that's why we're here today. So Anna, over to you. Do you quickly want to say who you are, what you do, and then I'll do the same in a moment.
Yes, thank you so much, Ken. I'm so excited to be here this evening on this live session. We get so many questions about what we do at Formula Botanica, so it's really, really lovely to be able to jump on and answer some of them. And I am the Deputy Education Manager at Formula Botanica, and I work within our amazing education team who do such an amazing job of supporting all of our students around the world. So that is my role at Formula Botanica. And I'm really excited to tell people a little bit more about our Diploma in Organic Skincare Formulation, because it really is it's a fantastic course for a start, but it's one of our most popular courses as well.
It definitely isn't. It is for a reason. We're going to talk about that in a moment. So I'm very happy that Anna is here with me because she knows the course inside out and she knows all kind of the background work that is involved with it. So she's the right person to ask any questions about it if you have any. And my name is Ken. I'm the partner manager at Formula Botanica. And I thought it would be nice to do the session with Anna today because I was a student as well. So I've done the course myself. Diploma in Organic Skincare Formulation is the first course I have ever done. I have not done anything before, and it was the first course I started with. So I thought it might be quite nice to talk about that a little bit because some of you may be thinking, is it the right thing for me or not? And we can talk about all that in our session today. And I can see people are logging in and starting to watch, which is great. So we have someone saying hello from California, and it is morning time there. Well, good morning to you, Nancy. It is evening here where I am in Dubai. It is, what time is it actually? It's 10 o'clock here. And Anna, what time is it for you in the UK now?
Well, it's just after 6 p.m. here in the UK. And I have to say, apologies to everybody that I've got my coat on, but it is so cold here in the UK at the moment that it is freezing temperatures. So yeah, do let us know where you are in the world and if you've got better weather than I have.
I did realize I also put a candle on. I made a little nice ambience for me as well. I can see yours flickering there. Anna, okay, so the Diploma in Organic Skincare Formulation, you mentioned it is a very popular course, and indeed it is. But who do you think this course is for, and why?
Yeah, absolutely. So at Formula Botanica, we've got several different courses that people can take. And we've already said that enrollment opens on the 18th of January for all of our individual courses. So if you've been looking at our courses, this is the time to jump on and enroll. And the Diploma in Organic Skincare Formulation is our sort of foundation course. This is the course that will really teach you how to formulate. And the amazing thing about this course is that it is for everybody. So this course is perfect if you are a complete beginner. And we'll talk a little bit about your experience in a minute, Ken. But if you have never formulated before, this course is still suitable for you. There is no requirements for entry for the course. So, anybody can do this. And we very firmly stand by the idea that everybody can formulate. And we want everybody to learn how to formulate at Formula Botanica, because it's such an amazing, empowering skill. People love working with botanical ingredients. And of course, that is our USP. So we're teaching you how to formulate with amazing botanicals. And so if you've never formulated before, this is the perfect course to teach you how to do so, because we take you by the hand and we teach you how to formulate all sorts of different amazing products, but we also give you the mindset of a formulator as well, which I think is incredibly important. And if you are somebody who, for example, has a little bit more experience, so you are a DIY formulator and you have been following online recipes, you currently work in drops and, teaspoons, this course will give you the ability to create professional formulas that use, different measurements that aren't in drops anymore, because you can't sell products that are made in drops. So it really sort of will level up your knowledge if you're already a keen DIYer. So anybody who is a DIYer or self-taught formulators, this course has so much to offer you too, as well as complete beginners, because it really takes you by the hand and goes through every single element that you need to understand to be able to launch a brand if you should so choose to do that. So we've got an amazing variety of people in our community, people of all ages, people from all around the world. And it's important to say as well that this course all of our courses are completely online. All of the courses are accredited and they are self-paced. So you can do these courses wherever you are in the world. And in fact, we've got students in over 175 countries, which whenever I say that blows my mind. But it is such, this, Ken, from working at Formula Botanica, it's such an amazing international community of people that you would be joining from all sorts of backgrounds, all sorts of walks of life. You don't need any prior experience. You don't need to be a cosmetic chemist to do this course. You don't need chemistry experience. Everything is included in the course that you need to know how to formulate.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think you mentioned it there. I think that's the beauty of it. It is for everyone, because it doesn't matter if you have experience or not. It doesn't matter if you want to just formulate or make products for yourself and for your friends and for your family, or if you potentially want to start your own brand. This is the course that you need to get started in any of these aspects, right? And that's the beauty with it. And I think even if you are an experienced formulator or someone that has done lots of DIY, you will still get lots out of this course. And if you have never done anything before, like me when I started, you will start with the basics. And then as you progress through the course, you will be amazed by how many wonderful products you'll be able to make in just a couple of weeks' time with a little bit of study effort. It's really amazing. And for me, that's the best switch off after a busy day of work, is get my little ingredients ready and start mixing things. So my ingredients are here behind me. So I can just, when I'm done with work, I turn around, get my ingredients and start mixing things. And it's very calming and stress relieving as well. And I absolutely love it. And I haven't bought any product since I enrolled Formula Botanica. I make everything myself. And that's the only thing I use. So I make it for myself mainly. Like Anna mentioned, we've got lots of beautiful graduates as well. And you could be one of those in a couple of months' time, or you could be one of the people that just makes products for themselves or for their family or for their friends, makes wonderful presents. Yes. I don't buy any presents anymore.
Yeah,
I just
absolutely.
put a little cupboard, packed something up that I made, and then there you go, presents sorted for the whole year.
And it's such a fun skill as well to master. Yes. Making something from scratch for yourself is incredibly empowering and so much fun. And I love all the natural ingredients and just sort of tinkering about with those and thinking about the different combinations, really learning about what works together is just incredibly, incredibly fun. And I love the fact that you joined us, Ken, after studying with us, which I think is fantastic. So you came to work at Formula Botanica because you discovered us and you joined as a student, so you had that experience firsthand. So can you tell us a little bit about your experience of joining, if you had any experience beforehand?
Of course. So I have never formulated before. I have never done any DIY recipe, not even like a lip balm or body butter, nothing. I have never made any cosmetics, skincare products, not even mixing two oils together, nothing. And it was a cold winter day where it's in Europe, where it's dark and rainy, and you sit at home and you think, I should keep myself busy with something, but not outdoors because it's too cold and wet. So what can I do at home? And I came across a blog post, and that got me interested, landed on the Formula Botanica website, and obviously then decided to enroll because I thought that looks interesting. Let me just give it a go. That's how I landed at Formula Botanica, really. So, but never formulated anything before. And then started to work through the Diploma in Organic Skincare Formulation as well. That was my first course. And I think it took me about 6 months without any, prior skills. And I did every single formulation that's in the course. You start with very basics, obviously, and then you it's a little bit like learning how to cook. Like, when you make an omelet the first time, you probably crack some eggshells in, or you burn it, or it might not be the fluffiest or something, right? But you experiment, you try, and then eventually you end up with some beautiful dish. And it's the same with making your own skincare products for the first time. So you try, you start with basics, you start with inexpensive ingredients just to get the technique right. And then once you master that, you refine it and you go to the bit more complicated formulations. And the course takes you through that step by step. So it starts with the techniques, with the blending techniques of different ingredients, how to layer, how to actually create a formula, how to amend a formula, those sort of things. And then you go through all these beautiful different products, which we'll talk about later in more detail. And I think the interesting part with that for me was that there was products in there. And when I say products, it covers the entire face and body. It covers a spa range as well. So it's beautiful products in there. And there was some of them where I thought, for me, that this doesn't sound interesting. So for example, one of them was certain cleansers where I thought, like gel cleansers, where I thought I don't like gel cleansers. I don't think I'll enjoy making it. And then, I tried it because I told myself I will, I paid for this course. I will make sure I will try every formula that's in there. And then I made these gel cleansers, and now I love gel cleansers. I make them all the time. So this is the one, it's nearly finished. I need to make a new one. It was a trial with a new gum, which you can see is a little bit liquidy, but I like it that way. I don't like it thick. And this is my facial gel cleanser that I have sitting on my bathroom shelf. And I trialed with different ingredients. So here's just a trial, a small one. And I'm sorry, the packaging doesn't look very nice. But this is one of my favorite products now to make, is facial cleansers, especially the gel ones or the foaming ones. So you get to discover lots of different products in there that you can make for yourself, or like I said, in my case, for friends, and maybe one day even start my own brand as well. So it's been a true transformation. And in the beginning, you're very much focused on the study materials and really reading through the formulations. What do I need to mix and how? And now I can make it myself. Like I grab some ingredients behind me, and I know you learn what goes together. So when you've made your omelet 100 times, you know that you can add salt and pepper to it, and you know how much. You know that you can add some peppers to it and some spring onion if you wanted to, or some cheese. So you know what goes with it and what you can mix and blend that will go together and that will create a nice product. And that's what comes with once you start experimenting and formulating and really going for the course material that we have. And then it becomes as easy as cooking, really. Well, not everyone can cook, but that's how I learned to cook, and that's how I learned how to formulate. And I've got beautiful bi-phase cleanser here as well, so that you need to shake before to mix the phases together. I've got a gel to milk cleanser, so it looks like a gel, but when it comes in touch with water, it turns into milk. Use a beautiful facial emulsion, an orange colored one. I'm sorry, my light is too strong. And these are the products I use for myself, every day, and I'm so happy with that skill. And usually I've got some products sitting on my desk, and then what I noticed is when I had friends over for visit and they leave, the products are gone.
Yeah, I can imagine people just want the samples. I love that. I love that. But what an amazing thing to be able to share with friends and family. I think that's so
Totally, yeah,
lovely, you know,
totally.
absolutely fantastic. I can see some questions coming in already
Oh,
and
okay.
people asking about the structure of the course, but we are going to run through that in a
Yes.
second. I wanted to pick up on something you said, Ken, because the key word for me that really jumped out was transformation. And I want to talk a little bit about sort of the skills that we give people as part of the course, because there's lots of courses online that will just give you a recipe to follow, and then that is it, you know, that you are essentially still a recipe follower at the end of the course.
Yeah.
And that's not what we do at Formula Botanica. We really want to provide people with the skills to become confident formulators. And you know, people, we have great Trustpilot reviews, and our students give us great feedback and say that they come away feeling confident in their abilities to formulate for themselves, for friends and family, but also if they choose to then launch a brand as well. We have many students who do that, and graduates, then they feel confident in that skill as well. And we have a phrase that we use a lot in the education team, and that is we want people to walk away being able to produce safe, stable, and sellable products.
Yeah.
And it's so important that you have the skills to make that happen. So rather than just you know, encouraging people to follow formulas, we give you formulas to practice, but we also really heavily emphasize your ability to research your own ingredients, to understand why you're putting ingredients together in certain ways.
Yeah.
And you know, we really sort of equip you with the skills that you're going to need to go away and, you know, think about different formulations that you may want to create. And there's such a variety within the course, but there's always new ingredients coming out. There's always new skills that you may want to put to the test. And our students come away empowered to be able to, you know, really sort of think about those things and experiment with other things as well. So it's a very comprehensive course, and we have some amazing student libraries and other things that really help you set up your experience for success, I would say. And anybody who's you know, taken part in our open day will have seen a virtual campus tour, and that was myself sort of showing the e-learning platform. Our e-learning platform is award-winning, and it is incredible. It is you know, a really lovely platform to study on. So yeah, I think what you've said, Ken, about you know, how you felt transformed, I think that's what we want for all of our students, and that's how we work at Formula Botanica, which is amazing.
Yeah. And I think you see that in the community as well, because once you become a student, you get access to an online classroom, which is a closed group for only students. And you will see it on there, because you will see obviously people that will start off, you know, and they share their experiences. And then you see this, like Anna said, this transformation over, you know, a couple of weeks and months sometimes, where people come up with the most amazing formulations and products. And then sometimes a few months later, you see those people starting their own brands and then selling those products as well, which is amazing, because like you said, the way we teach is that it's in line with cosmetic regulations, some of the strictest in the world. Actually, we teach that. So the product can be sold after if you wanted to do that, right? So if you want to go that route, you can absolutely do that. And of course, you know, we've got different tools then that will help you with that and put you on the right path if you wanted to do that. But it's really, really great. And the opportunities are, I mean, they're endless. And like I said, ingredients are endless. So what you want to create for yourself or for your friends or as a brand is, there is no limit, really. And that's the amazing part. Yeah, absolutely.
No, absolutely. And I love the variety within our community. I'll say this, we have a variety of ages, we have a variety of circumstances. So we have, you know, people juggling children and full-time work and still taking part in our courses. And that's incredible.
Yeah.
It's such a diverse community from people, you know, people from around the world coming together. And the one thing everybody has in common in, you know, the online classroom, our community that we've created for people to network with, you know, with each other and speak to other students, is that they all love formulating with botanicals. That is their passion, that is their love. And you know, it just, I love going into the classroom actually to see what people are making, to see what people are posting. It's one of my favorite parts of the day, just to see what is happening. And I've got a couple of examples here of students that have taken the Diploma in Organic Skincare Formulation and have gone on to create beautiful brands. And there's so many amazing graduates. We have a graduate page. So if you're curious about the types of people that graduate from Formula Botanica, the types of businesses that they've launched, you can go onto our graduate page and you can actually filter by area of the world as well. So if you are based in Africa, if you're based in South America, you can see what other sort of businesses have been launched. And there's a couple of my favorites here. I could have chosen more, but we've actually done a graduate showcase already on Instagram. Yeah. I'm not going to go into too much detail, but a couple of my favorites. We have a brand called Kayushi here, and this was founded by our graduate Alice. And this is a lovely face oil with chamomile. And what I love about Alice's story is that she was a working makeup artist. So she was in a related industry. She wanted to make her own skincare products rather than having to buy things to use on her clients. She knew her client's skin and how to prep it for makeup. And she actually studied with us whilst traveling. So she had a little kit of ingredients and a little kit of formulation equipment that she popped in a suitcase. And she was traveling around the world working as a makeup artist. And she was learning how to launch, how to make these amazing products, and has launched her brand. This brand has won awards. And it's a beautiful, beautiful brand. It's really, really interesting to see what people can do whilst kind of essentially studying out of a suitcase. I just loved her story for that reason, because it just goes to show the versatility of studying online. How you've always got access to the e-learning platform. That material is always available to you 24/7. So it doesn't matter what your lifestyle looks like. You can log in whenever it suits you. So I love Alice's story for that reason. The other sort of product I wanted to highlight is a brand. I'm not doing very well here, am I? Where am we going? That way. The opposite direction to what you think on the screen. This is Bybee, and this is one of our amazing success stories. Bybee are a brand founded by a pair of friends, actually, called Elsie and Dominica. And they are based in the UK. And they have launched this brand that is now available worldwide. It's available in the US. It is doing incredibly well. They are flying. And this is their lip balm. And they are an example of somebody who took the Diploma in Organic Skincare Formulation. They knew that they wanted to launch a brand. And it gave them all of the skills that they needed to sort of get where they needed to go. And they've done so well in the industry. We're super duper proud. But those are just a couple of examples. And there's so many more. But ultimately, everybody who comes to study with us has a different path, a different direction. But what I love about this course is that there is something in there for everybody. So we'll talk now a little bit about the structure of the course, because Ken's already talked a little bit about the fact that we cover a really big variety of, topics within the course and different formulas that you will make. But there's 8 modules in total in the Diploma in Organic Skincare Formulation. And as we've already said, it's completely self-paced. So you can pick up your learning when you choose to, which I think is absolutely fantastic. And we cover the following sort of topics in those modules. So we start off by talking about the science of the skin and how the skin works, which is such an important element of knowledge for formulators, because ultimately everything you make has to go on somebody's skin or hair. And, it's really important that you understand how that works to best, create your formulations. And so you start off with the theory. And then you move on to formulation skills, how to build a formula. And we look at the different skills. You've already said, Ken, warm blending and cold blending and some of those things to get people started off with practical. And it's really important to say that this course is a really nice blend of theory and practical. So, we give you videos, we give you formulas to practice with, and we give you study projects and things to do, little things that you have to kind of practice. And then you go away and you do those alongside your theory. So it's a nice blend of theory and practical. Then we move on to skincare. So obviously lots of people want to formulate skincare. The two examples I gave were sort of skincare brands.
Yeah,
But we also then go on to cover lots of different body care and then spa products. So it's split
yeah.
up into those three main categories.
Yeah, and maybe just to add, because I remember when I wanted to enroll, I was skeptical because obviously it was mentioned you cover face products and body products and spa products, but I thought, okay, how many products am I actually going to, to learn to make, and what kind of different kinds of products? Because if you say you learn how to make a cleanser, well, there are so many different cleansers. Am I going to learn one or two? And I remember when I signed in and I got to the module where you actually start with all the formulations, I was amazed because it basically covers any type of product, really. So when we have, when we talk about cleansers as an example, you've got a foaming cleanser, a gel cleanser, a cream cleanser, what else is there? There's so many different cleansers in there. There's a solid cleanser. Like there are so many different types of different products as well. So it's not just one cleanser you're going to learn how to make. There's all different kinds. There's different serums, different, creams, different lotions, different gels. It's amazing. I mean, you will have, if you go through the course, you basically can make a full range of skin and body care products to anyone's liking, really. No matter what texture you like or what feel you like, you will be able to make it, which is really, really great.
Yes, and we teach you the core skills behind the different types of formulations. So, you'll be confident to work with products with, like balms and oils, but also you'll be confident to work with emulsions and to mix oil and water together, and then to create gels and foaming products. All of those skills that you need are included within the course. So it's such a lovely variety of things that are included.
My favorite thing right now after the shower, and I realize on camera it won't look impressive, but it's an emulsion, but I put it in a spray bottle and made it a very thin liquid emulsion, like a milk nearly. So it's basically ingredients based off oil and water that are blended and mixed to emulsify to become like this. And I love it as an after the shower, like a body lotion spray. So it's very thin and absorbs very quickly. And it's very very fragrant and fresh. So it's really in the morning. I absolutely love it after the shower. It gets absorbed very quickly. And these are type of products you get to learn how to make as well. It's amazing. And I'm still blown away sometimes when I try something new sometimes, and then you come out with an amazing product and you share it with your friends and they're like, oh, you should sell those. And I'm like, maybe I should.
Yeah, and I loved what you said earlier, Ken, about there was categories of products that you thought, oh, I'm not sure I actually want to do those, and then you fell in love with them. And I think we have people who come to us with a very set idea, don't we? Of I only want to make this, and this is what my brand will look like, or this is what I want to make for myself. And then all of a sudden everything changes because they discover something they love.
Yeah. Oh, Anna, there's a really good question from Marianne. I'm going to put it on the screen because I think it's a really good question. Because Marianne was asking, is it possible to enroll now and start the course later, like March or June? And I think that's a great question for several reasons, because short answer is yes, you can. So once you enroll to the course, you get access right away to your e-learning platform. When you start is up to you. You can start right away. You can start a week later, a month later. You can progress, at your own time. Like Anna mentioned, it's fully online, available, as you have time. So you could power through and do Saturday and Sunday shifts the whole day long if you have the time, or you could just do a couple of hours a week or a couple of hours, one evening a week, whatever you have time for. But I think even if you know that you may only have time a bit later this year, I think it is a very good time to enroll right now, or actually right now pre-enroll, because we will be increasing the prices for the next enrollment. So this is actually, we haven't mentioned this before, right? And we should probably mention this before. This is actually the last time that you can enroll for our courses at these prices, because they will go up starting with the next time we open up. So January now is the last time you get the old prices. So if you're thinking of maybe only later this year I'll be able to start, now is a good time to enroll, Marianne. So definitely go for it.
Absolutely. It's the perfect time to enroll. And I have to say, our Diploma in Organic Skincare Formulation is absolutely excellent value as far as online courses go.
Yeah.
I've done so many different online courses in the industry, and I'm always amazed at how much we have packed into the Diploma in Organic Skincare Formulation. I've just not found anything that has come close to it. So that is fantastic. So as Ken said, the prices will be going up. So now is really the perfect opportunity. And you have plenty of time on the courses to complete them. So you have a full 2 years to complete your Diploma in Organic Skincare Formulation. And we've got in our sort of student library, we have amazing planning guides to help you sort of, if you say, for example, that you're going to study on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, the planning guide will sort of help you plan out how long your course will take you roughly. We say it's approximately 100 study hours. But some people like to do a little bit more, or, spread their learning over a longer period of time. But ultimately that is up to you. If you're, it depends on how long you want to spend studying each week. So it's very flexible, which is something that I absolutely love about it, because it gives access to so many more people, really.
And what I noticed as well, like when I think I said before, like it took me around 6 months to finish the course. But even once I graduated and I finished, I still go back to the learning materials. I still go back to the workbooks every now and then, because, there is something that you've missed, or just to remind yourself of, or you go back to your notes that you made in the workbooks, or you rewatch the videos. It's just, there's so much knowledge in there, so much information. So it's just really good resource to have.
Yeah, absolutely. Another couple of things I just wanted to mention. So in terms of the course structure, we've covered all the different formulations and the different areas. So you're going to cover skincare, body care, spa products, and then obviously you've got your skincare science and the theory behind formulation at the beginning. But we also cover aroma and cosmetology. And it's so important in this industry, if you want to work with essential oils, to know how to do it safely. And we give you all of that information. Really, really key. And then we cover beauty branding and marketing and cosmetic compliance. And that's the part where we say, so if you've come through the course and you definitely want to go ahead and launch your own brand, and that's something that is a dream of yours, then those modules give you the skills to be able to do that. And I've been in this industry for over 10 years now, and I've seen many people fall at that final hurdle of cosmetic compliance. You will be surprised at the amount of people who have an amazing idea, an amazing product, but actually struggle to get their labeling right, or all of those things. And that's why it's so important that we included information on all of that in the course. So that is the structure of the course. And also to say, you have access to our amazing education team as part of enrolling for this course, and that is super duper important. I am biased, but the education team are fantastic. We are, as Formula Botanica grows, we're building an amazing team to support all of our students. And you have access to tutors via the tutor forum. So you get to speak to somebody from Formula Botanica, ask your questions, you get support in the forums. You are not in this alone. Even though it is an online course, there are still real humans behind the screen who can help you, who can support you, and can really sort of make that learning experience special. You've also got the online classroom that Ken mentioned, where you have access to all of your peers and you join an amazing global community. I mean, that in itself is just fantastic in my eyes.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think, education team is always very helpful, because if you're stuck with a formulation, you're not really sure, that's just your go-to point of contact, really, where you get the expertise advice. But also you have your community as well, your student community, where you get really great tips and input from. If you're looking for any specific advice, they're also really good as well, because usually you post something in there, and because there are so many people in there and all over the world, you usually have a reply within like 10 minutes. So it's really, really good.
Yeah, and you get different perspectives as well, I think is very interesting, because obviously, you've got your course materials, but in the classroom, you get different perspectives from people on their personal experiences, which I think is also invaluable. So it really is a lovely place to be. So just to recap then, Ken, before we start taking questions, the Diploma in Organic Skincare Formulation is our course. Really, it's our foundation on which you can build your skills and really become a formulator, essentially. So anybody who is a complete beginner, or even if you have some experience, but you are not at a point where your products would be safe, stable, or sellable, that is what you learn in this course. Essentially, you become a formulator.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it's because you mentioned earlier as well that it really is for everyone. It's for all age groups, because we had students, that are kind of in their teenage years. And we also I remember speaking to one graduate who said, my birthday present to myself is on my 70th birthday, I want to launch my brand. So you really have all age groups in there. And I've seen the other day, mom and daughter formulate together as well on like an Insta story, which is really beautiful as well. So you can involve the whole family in case you think you may be too busy with the kids. Just involve them.
Yes.
let them mix things with you and formulate things with you. Do the dishes. Those
yes.
sort of things.
And my kids love it. I have a son who is very interested in mixing things, and he loves it when I sort of say to him, would you like to help me with this? And we're going to make this today. And, we've made all sorts of things that they've used as well for their bath time or, whatever. And they've really enjoyed it. So it is something that you can involve the whole family in. And
there you go.
because it's fun, everybody enjoys it. I've not found anybody who hasn't really, enjoyed the process yet. So that's great. Okay. Should we go through and find some questions then?
Let's see if there's any questions. And obviously, if you have any questions, now is the time as well to post them so we can answer them for you. And we've put up the pre-enrollment link. So enrollment for the courses will open on the 18th of January. But I strongly recommend that you use the link below, which is formulabotanica.com/pre-enroll, and pre-enroll now, because that way you won't miss it. Because you know how it is, like, oh yeah, it's in a couple of days, I'm going to enroll then, and then you forget about it, and then you've missed it, and then you have to wait for the next enrollment to open, and then you have to pay more because the prices will increase. That would be very annoying. So pre-enroll now, that way you won't miss out once we actually open up enrollment on the 18th of January, and you get to secure the courses as well for the current prices if you enroll now for this enrollment. So I think it's a very good time. It's a very good time as well because we're the beginning of the year. So think of, all the goals and things that you've set for this year, what you want to achieve and do, because I have on my list do more for myself. So that would be definitely something, but I've done it already. So I'm going to look at the hair care course. Actually, that's going to be my thing for this year. But it's the start of the year. It's a good time as well to start something new or to invest in education and a course for yourself, I think. So yeah, go for it.
Yeah, absolutely. And, if you start in January, by the end of the year, you can call yourself a formulator sooner than that, actually. How amazing is that? You've ticked something off
for Christmas presents.
For 2022, you've learned a skill. I mean, that is fantastic. It's so lovely. On the topic of pricing, so we've had a question saying how much for the course. So we're talking about the Diploma in Organic Skincare Formulation, and this one is right now it's £600 for the course. And as Ken's already said several times, the prices will be going up. So jump on this now. It's an amazing value for the amount of information, for the amount of support, for the amount of skills that you are gaining. It is absolutely fantastic value. 8 modules that are full of videos, PDFs that you can download, course books. There is so much in there that is absolutely essential for anybody who is interested in formulating their own products. So yeah, it really is good value.
It absolutely is. I can only vouch for that. And I'm also biased because obviously I work at Formula Botanica, but even before that, when I was a student, I would have definitely also given the same answer, because the amount of products you get to learn to make is amazing. And it's just such, it's, also thinking back of the process where in the beginning, you really look at your formulations and you think like, oh my God, I'm not sure if I'm going to change one ingredient, if this is going to work. Kind of from that stage, moving towards okay, I'm going to take this, and this, and I'm going to take these percentages, and boom, there you go. I've got a product. So that
Yes,
was just
absolutely.
amazing, you know.
I love this question
Mm.
from Vivian, and they've asked, can I take 2 certificates, skincare and hair care, at the same time? So it depends a little bit on your prior experience and skill set. So our hair care diploma, it's an amazing course. We'll be talking about that one. We'll have a live exclusively for that one next week. So please do tune into that, because I'll be talking to somebody who has taken that course, and they can give you personal experience of that as well. But essentially, we would recommend, if you have no prior experience, to start taking the Diploma in Organic Skincare Formulation. And once you get to a certain point, I see no reason why you can't sort of combine the two. And which point that would be sort of depends on how confident you are. But I would say, if you want to do both, I see no reason why you couldn't purchase both of them, and, you know, start with the Diploma in Organic Skincare Formulation and then move on to hair care when you feel ready. Once you have those basic skills in place of being able to create an emulsion and things like that, then you can work on hair care too. So yeah, absolutely fantastic question, and no reason why you can't.
And that way you also secured the old price, basically, if you
Yes.
do it, Vivian, because if you wait, if you want to do both and you wait for next time to then maybe do the haircut, and you're going to pay more. So now is a good time actually to purchase both. And then, yeah, like Anna said, start with the skincare, and then whenever you're ready, start the hair care, you know. That's probably the best way to do it.
Yes.
Let's see, is there more questions?
I'm going through something we haven't talked about, and often comes up as a question. I saw something, but I can't find the exact question now, is about ingredients for the course. So I'm just going to cover that quickly. So you obviously, because it is a practical course and there is practical elements to it, you will need access to ingredients to formulate. And we give you a lot, like Ken's magical ingredient stash. I have an ingredient stash behind me as well. So you will need ingredients to be able to formulate, obviously, and we give you lots and lots of support with sourcing ingredients. So when you enroll with us, you get an amazing, very large supplier guide, and we have somebody in the Formula Botanica team whose job is to keep that supplier guide updated. They've just added another 30 suppliers from around the world. So we're constantly talking to suppliers as well about availability of ingredients. We have very good relationships with suppliers to try and make it as easy as possible for you to source ingredients. Now, we have a global community. We have people from around the world, and we strongly encourage people to, we give you a list of ingredients and a list of oils and butters and, waxes to experiment with, but we strongly encourage people to look at what they have locally available to them and use those ingredients. So, it's possible for everybody to source ingredients generally, and we give a lot of support with that. So everybody can work through and experiment with different things that they have available locally to them. So that's good. I can't see any other questions, Ken. Can you?
There's a nice one here from Lisa. With the Diploma in Organic Skincare Formulation, will I learn how to formulate body lotions, creams, facial cleanser, toners, serums, facial scrubs, body oils, and more? And the answer is yes, 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 and more, yes.
And more, yes. And more being the key there. Yes, we teach you all of those and more. So yes, you will come away, as Ken said, not just being able to make a cleanser, but being able to make several different types of cleanser, a balm cleanser, an oil cleanser, all sorts of things, a gel cleanser, a cream cleanser. You really will walk away. You will walk away being able to, really formulate for lots of different types of people, but also, to your own preference as well. So we love that. We love the variety in there. And again, biphase cleanser and different types of toners, with or without essential oils. We've got different types of serums. You'll learn about all sorts of different types of ingredients that you might want to include. And it is slightly addictive once you start looking at different ingredients to include. And then you might try the same formulation, but try it with different ingredients, and it might be a whole different experience for you. So yes, all of the things that you've talked about and many, many more are included in the course.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm looking at the little bottles I have in front of me. And then I'm thinking, this one's nearly done, need to make another one. And then I'm just thinking, let's try a different product that I usually don't make, just to, keep the practice up with other things. I actually love the hand cream as well that we have in the course. It's a really nice one as well, the hand and foot cream. So all sorts of things for all body parts you can find in there. So I hope, Lisa, that you will join us as one of our students. And
yes.
Now is the time to pre-enroll.
I've just seen somebody, it's 2 a.m. They are, and they're sat watching us. That is true dedication. I love that. Thank you so much for joining us. That is a privilege to have you up that late. Fantastic. Yeah. So the only other one I've just seen is this one that asked about soaps. We don't teach soap making as part of the course. We do have people in our community who are interested in soap making, but it's not included in this specific course. We do focus on skincare, body care, and those other things. So
we do have cleansers. We do have facial cleansers, shower gels, and things like that. But we don't use the soaping process for that.
No.
We work with different ingredients for this.
Yes, absolutely. Brilliant. Okay.
Yes.
Well,
no more questions. Last chance, I think.
Yeah. Any more questions before we sign off? It's been so much fun to talk to you, Ken, about this.
You too, yeah.
And it's been lovely to see everybody sort of joining and chatting.
Yeah.
I can also see some people in our community who were already students watching and commenting. Nice. So thank you to them for their sort of comments. And yes, if you're watching this on the replay and you have questions afterwards, do feel free to get in touch with our amazing help desk as well. I have to say a big shout out to our student experience team, who are incredible and who do a fantastic job at answering everybody's questions. So if anybody, still has questions after this that haven't been answered, do feel free to get in touch, and our team will just take care of you.
Yeah, absolutely. And for those of you that logged in late, don't worry, there will be a replay available. And please, the most important thing is if you're thinking of enrolling, pre-enroll now, so to make sure you don't miss it, because we are opening enrollment on the 18th of January, which is in just a couple of days. The enrollment period is very short. It's only for a week. So if you miss it, you have to wait another half year before we open enrollment again. And by then the prices will go up. So this is the last chance to purchase courses at their old prices. We were talking today about the Diploma in Organic Skincare Formulation, but obviously you could enroll for any of our courses that we offer, the certificate courses, hair care, etc. So everything will be available for enrollment. If you are an existing student and maybe you've done the Diploma in Organic Skincare Formulation, or maybe another course that you wanted to do this year, so now is the time to lock in the old prices, pre-enroll now, and then enroll on the 18th to make sure you got them secured. And then happy studying for 2022. And I hope to see some of you joining our student community or adding courses to your already, if you're already an existing student, I can't talk anymore. And then I'll see you probably in the online classroom. So if you do join us in a week time, then let us know that you've joined, and looking forward to see your involvement as well, from the first couple of formulations to your face creams and all of those beautiful creations that you will make.
Yes, absolutely. So just one final thing, I can see some people that are coming back and asking again some of the questions that we've already covered. You can see all of the course fees for all of our individual courses on the website, as well as the prospectus. So if you want to revisit any of that information, it will be there. The course fees are in British pounds, but you can do a quick conversion online. There's lots of online converters that you can see how much it would be in your area of the world. And yes, we will be covering hair care next week on a similar live. So I won't be joined by Ken, but I will be joined by our colleague Suzanne. And thank you so much, everybody. It's been a pleasure chatting.
Yeah, thank you. And thanks for joining, Anna. It was nice to see you, because we haven't actually chatted in a long time, so that was nice as well.
It's always lovely to speak to you, Ken.
Yes, you too. And thanks everyone for joining, and pre-enroll now, lock in the old prices as long as you
Yes.
can.
Thank you so
Bye.
much.
Bye everyone. Bye.
Bye.